I'm back with week 3 of the Christmas card lift series that Daisy and I are doing. We've asked our friends to join along this year, so there's lots of links down below. You can go and check out what everybody is creating, being inspired by different cards every week. So I just showed you the card for this week. This is a gorgeous card that Daisy picked. I think she found it on Instagram from the account I'm in Haven. So we will leave links to that down below, but you can see that it just has this beautiful kind of rainbow background and in really non-traditional Christmas colors. And then that white on top of it, the cut file and the title, Merry and Bright, it stands out so beautifully. Oh, hi Storm. It's been a while since she's popped in on one of my videos. So I was really excited to go ahead and pull out my silhouette and do a little bit of cutting, I guess you could say. So I went through all the cut files that I already have to see if I could figure out some sort of idea that I could kind of run with. And for a while, I thought maybe I was going to use a wreath. I kind of have a really simple Christmas wreath, and I thought maybe I could do a circular card, or at least just have the center of the card be circular. But then I found this really fun little kind of Christmas present cut file. And now this is actually a large cut file. It's meant to be 12 by 12. So really it's a border around a scrapbooking page, but I shrunk it down to 4 by 6, and I kind of liked it better when I did shrink it down. I liked it better in a vertical card rather than a landscape or like a horizontal type card. So I'm changing up the orientation of my card a little bit and went ahead, cut it out. It was definitely a task and a half because there are so many little teeny tiny spots in all of these presents, but I think it was well worth it in the end. I did cut out 4. I'm only going to show you 2 cards here, but you can see as I was flipping through some of these papers, I gave you a bit of a sampling of what they might look like on different papers. I really wanted to find something that also had that stripy feel or kind of a rainbowy feel. And this paper was the winner because it does have the traditional red and green, but it also has some of those really fun, more non-traditional colors like a light blue and a pink, and the green is kind of a lime green. There's like a more sort of Christmas green, and then there's a lime green. So I just thought this worked out really nicely. I'm zooming in here so you can see it a bit better. This is all from a sampler pack, actually from last Christmas, from Scrapbook and Cards Today. So you just get a little sampling of a collection, or you usually get a couple of collections in each pack. This is from Doodlebug, and I don't have the name of the actual collection, but it has that really kind of fun, whimsical, playful color scheme, and all of the little elements that came with it are the really kind of cute, adorable elements that Doodlebug is known for. And then I thought I would stick pretty simple with the title and kind of finishing the card off. So I just pulled out a couple of letters and created the word joy. Very simple, kind of understated a little bit. There's a lot of detail in the presents, and it's not as solid as in the original card. So I didn't want to add a whole bunch of extra words and letters and things. And then, of course, the stripes here, it kind of makes everything busy. But in real life, the presents actually stand out really, really nicely on this paper. It just looks really kind of beautiful, and I like the simplicity of it. So I added the joy, and then I sprinkled a little bit of gold Heidi Swap Color Shine, and that's it. I did create my own backing for it, so I just created the card base out of some basil cardstock that I had, popped that on there. I cut the cardstock at 4¼ by 6¼ that way there was just the tiniest bit of a border, and if I want to put a family photo in with this card, it will definitely fit into the envelope with the card. And so I love that size. I think it's the perfect size for a Christmas card. So yeah, I popped that one up to the top to let it dry. And then I decided to maybe just switch it up a little bit and have some fun creating my own background. So this is definitely something I love to do with washi tape because I'm just like everybody else. I hoard my washi tape. I find all the, cute designs, especially at Michael's. That's where I find them all. Or Dollar Tree and Dollarama now are carrying a lot more. So, I struggle to actually use them. And so I do like to create cards like this where I'm using a whole bunch of them. And you can see with that green one, see how there's some white on the actual roll that's sitting right beside me? That's because a lot of these washi tapes are so old that the adhesive is actually sticking to the other side of the tape. And so you really do have to use them. Not all washi tape is created equal. Some kind of stand the test of time. Others don't, so pull them out, get them used up. This is just a really fun, different pattern. Every time you create this card, it can be a little bit different. You can, go with a very specific color scheme, pick a pattern that you like, whatever you want to do. I literally just kind of went randomly down the line of washi tapes. I added in a couple of thin lines of that silver tape because they have that in the original card, so I kind of wanted to represent that a little bit, but really there's no right or wrong with this. You don't even have to go diagonally. You could go vertically up and down, or you could go horizontally, whatever you want to do. It's just a really great way to create a background that's really fun, gets lots of patterns in there, and also you're using up that washi tape. So I'm making sure that I stick this down really, really well. I don't know if you noticed when I did the first card, but for such a detailed cut file, I always start at the top where I have it secured really well. I don't put adhesive on every single little line. Sometimes it's nice to have a couple of pieces that pop up just a little bit. I don't force them to pop up, but they kind of sit above the paper, and that ends up creating some shadows. So it just kind of gives a little bit of dimension, but I start at the top and I work my way down, and then I'll just go and tuck in a little dab of glue wherever I need it. So pretty simple to get that all glued down. I did push a little extra hard and give myself a little bit of extra time on the washi tape, but it stuck down beautifully. And those are my cards for this week. I had so much fun putting these together. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please check out the links down below to everybody else being inspired today. And until next week, happy scrapping. Bye.